All right, friends. So I had a longer uh, pre-service rant, but it needed editing, so I didn't have time before the service. So you got a truncated version of the pre-service rant, but here it is in its fully edited version. All right, God bless. Talk to you next time. All right, friends, time for another pre-service rant. I want to say that you do not have to be a big talker to have an impact. Case in point, you can lead by example. Case in point, think about the WWE superstar, The Undertaker. He doesn't talk much at all, but he's one of the biggest stars that the WWE has ever had. Why? His presence. His persona is enough to carry the day. Without him being a big talker. Unlike, let's say, Stone Cold Steve Austin or Shawn Michaels, their talking helps their persona. So you don't have to be a big talker to have an impact for God. Live the life and be an example unto others, and everything will take care of itself. Not that we shouldn't strive to be very social to a level. Jesus, I don't think Jesus spoke much. I don't believe that he smiled much. It wasn't because he was antisocial. I just don't get the vibe that God, I don't get the, I just don't get I don't get the impression that he spoke much, nor did he talk much, nor did he smile much. He was down in the ship sleeping by himself. He went to a place to pray by himself, but he was very social. Children loved him. The young people loved him. Even though he didn't talk much, he didn't smile much. Why? Persona, lifestyle. And I think maybe some of the disciples were more talkative and laughed more. But Jesus, I don't get that impression from him. Also, we want to deal with, and I'll expand on these topics more in the future, but just like with the blind man, sometimes your desperation will trump decorum, or what is perceived decorum. The blind man was calling for Jesus. The disciples told him to be quiet and tried to explain to him that there is a certain way of doing things, and that's okay if you want to call on Jesus, but there's a certain way to do it. And the blind man said, I do not care. You can see, I cannot see. Jesus! Sometimes you have to do that. Notice how Jesus didn't rebuke his desperation. So it's all right to be desperate for a breakthrough, friends. Also, I've spoken on my channel about atheists serving you fudge and the no-purpose sandwich, topics which will be covered in a future book. And they also have the everything soup. But I want to deal with denominations. I'm going to deal with the denominations on this one. Sometimes when an idea doesn't mesh with what the scriptures say, some people will say, well, that's a mess. That's mess, quote unquote. I call it gumbo. Gumbo is like a mixture and amalgam, if you will, of ingredients. So I say, oh, they're trying to serve up gumbo, because the viewpoint doesn't make any sense. It sounds like a mess. It sounds like mess, quote unquote. So when someone says, I have this idea, the scriptural idea that is not scriptural, what I hear is, hey, I have this gumbo I want to serve you up. And I like gumbo. I like gumbo a lot. But I'm just analogizing the situation. That might sound funny, and it is, but that's what it is. When somebody has an idea that clearly contradicts scripture, it's gumbo. It's just a mess. So, a mess of ideas put together, and they cannot make sense of it. They cannot work out the details of that viewpoint. And I need to, in a future video, I'm going to further speak about one denomination's eschatology, because it is so far from anything that works that we shouldn't really pay attention to it. I can do that with World War II and somehow try to fit it with the end times. You can smile and joke around, but I don't believe Jesus smiled and joked a lot, and there may have been some disciples who smiled and joked a lot, but you don't have to always do that to be social. All right, friends. Speak with you next time. God bless.